Hi everybody, it's Debbie from Stamp On It. This is a product video that I'm just going to go quickly through a product that we're putting on to our website. It is not new to the market, but it is new on our website for us. It is the Tombow Dual Tipped Markers. They are water-based, which means they are not permanent when you color to a surface, and they will not dry permanent on non-porous surfaces. For example, our glitter film is non-porous, so when I color on here or add color to this surface, it will never ever dry. All right, so keep that in mind when you're using them. You want to use them on absorbent surfaces, cardstock, papers, things like that. They are double tipped, which means they have two tips. They have a brush tip and they have a writing tip. We use the brush tip the most here at Stamp On It because we color in a lot of our images with them, depending of course on what surface we're coloring onto. The brush tip, and I'm going to use this blue one here so you can see it, is really nice when you are coloring. I'm just going to put it right onto this one here. When you're coloring or using it, you can use it as just a fine line, or if I press harder, the harder I press, the wider the margin is, the wider the mark is. So keep that in mind when you're using it. I can use it direct to my image, or I may choose to use a palette, and I'm just going to use a piece of our glitter film where I can put the color onto my glitter film first, and there is a colorless blender, also double tipped, that is a Tombow blender. So it is designed to work with these. You can also use a Dove blender or a water brush with these, but this is really nice because you can order it right along with the colors. This is disposable. Once it's used up, you cannot refill it. A Dove blender pen, which we also have a video on our website, I believe on, you can refill it with blender fluid, but you can also replace the tips. I really like this blender for the Tombow markers because it moves the color very nicely. So now I put my color onto my palette, and I can pick up my color with my blender, and I can go to the surface and I can color with it. And I have a lot more control over the tone or depth of color when I'm putting it on that way. I can do it very, very lightly, almost make a pastel out of a blue like this. But I can also take two colors and I can make a blend. So I could take two shades if I wanted to and make a blend of colors and color that way. Okay. Keep in mind, in between colors, if you're changing colors, you want to clean your blender. And when you clean your blender tip, take your pen on a scrap paper, and I like to teach to pull it backwards and roll the tip, the marker, in my hand until it's clear. If you take it and scratch it like this till it's clear, you really are going to damage your tip more quickly than if you learn to pull it back. Once it's clear, you can switch colors. It's very easy and quick. Just have a piece of scrap paper next to you that you can work off from our cardstock. All right, so that's the double tipped markers, using them straight from the marker or with the blender. Okay. One thing we are also offering is the brush pen color selector and the color tracker. And these are available on our website with a purchase, I believe right now, and this could change depending on when the video is, you're watching the video. But right now, if you purchase any 5 markers, and we do have color swatches on our website to show you the colors too, so you can pick your colors. Lot to pick from. I'm going to talk about that in a minute too, but the color selector has all 108 colors of available markers. Remember, we are missing a couple, 3 or 4 on our site. So keep that in mind if you're looking for a certain one that's not on our site. It could be the 1 or 2 that are missing. Has the colors. Now, also available is what we call a color tracker. So you can take your own markers once you've purchased them or you have them, and you can make your own color chart so that you can kind of keep track of not only the colors that you have, but also when you purchase these, you are going to notice they're not always true to the color of the cap, for one thing, but they're not always true to the color of the color selector. This gives you a general idea. But don't shoot the messenger or the store owner when you purchase something, one then, and it's not exactly that color, it's really, really hard in the world of color for something to be exactly the same every time. Because this is on plastic, this is on cardstock, so keep that in mind when ordering. We did as best we could on our website to make the color chart on there, the little circles that you'll see the colors of each marker, to make them as true as possible. But just know that there will be some differences when you get your actual markers, or there could be. So for example, this is 443. So I can find 443 turquoise here, and once I have that marker, I can color that area in with my marker. I can still see the color that it is, turquoise 443, but it will give me an area to put that color, that actual color marker down, so I can see what the actual color is of that marker and that I also own it. Okay, so that's the color tracker. You track your colors. Your color selector will help you in purchasing more. Say you need something in the orange department, and this will give you an idea of what the colors will look like. All right, you can also look on our website, but it is a really helpful thing to see what other shades are out there. So that's the color selector and the color tracker. They will both be printed on 80-pound bright white ultra smooth cardstock, and that's really important for the color tracker. When you put your color down, and this is just paper one that I printed, but when you put your color onto our bright white ultra smooth, you'll notice how much more true it is from your marker when you are putting it onto your color selector. So those are available on our website, also free with purchase of 5 or more markers. So don't forget to add that to your order if you are ordering. All right. I think that's what I wanted to tell you guys mostly about that, and also about the color variances. They're not always exactly perfectly true to the color, especially of the cap, because this is plastic, but also even the color selector. It gives you a general idea, so you can take it from there. So those are Tombow Dual Tipped Brush Markers. This is Debbie from Stamp On It. Check us out at www.stamponit.net, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.